Hey everyone, it's been a bit. It's probably been like just over the 2 week period in which last time we streamed and everything like that. As you guys knew, went pretty much was gone for like a good week, mainly because we went to go see some family I haven't seen in 20 years. Over in the Georgia province of United States. So yeah, that went pretty okay, pretty well. It was nice to see some of the places that I pretty much grew up in and had fond memories and everything like that, but that's about it. It wasn't a very uneventful visit to Georgia for the most part. Seemed like everyone seemed a little too busy or not really involved with the whole get together and all that stuff too, which was pretty disappointed. Two of the cousins that I pretty much grew up with, considered them brothers and sisters. They were kind of just, not really there. And it's like, one was understandable, but two wasn't. And it's like, hey, you're not really busy. You can at least, you'd at least catch up and everything like that. But it's kind of how some things are, though. But, other than that, though, Georgia still has its beautiful areas. We went to Savannah first. Stayed in Savannah for like 2 days. Walked Riverside and everything like that. And enjoyed that before officially stopping by and visiting family. And then around that week, Laura and I left back to Savannah Saturday, not Saturday, Wednesday, got on the plane Thursday, got back home. That was 2 Thursdays ago. So yeah, if that makes sense. Yeah, 2 Thursdays ago, because this Thursday has not quite made it yet. But that would be just around over a week of no streams, me not being able to do anything with you guys, at least when it comes to Twitch and YouTube and just the internet in general. Here's what is pretty much working up to why I'm making this video is, it's been over a week after coming back, and I was planning on starting pretty much the stream and everything else back up again the Monday after, resting for a weekend and all that, and kind of reacclimating to Colorado and everything like that. But before we actually left to go back to Colorado, I got sick. Claire seemed like she was getting something too, and there's a couple things that could have probably got us sick. One, just being in the airport, we probably got sick maybe going to Georgia. So, but it didn't really start to show its signs until probably the Monday or Tuesday during the trip or something like that. So it didn't probably show itself for a few days. The second suspect is that my stupid uncle pretty much is, I don't know what the situation is, but he's taking care of 3 kids and all that. That's, from what I know, is not his. But he's taking care of these kids, and one of them is pretty damn sick. Wasn't meant to be there. Didn't have to be there at all, but decided to bring her anyway. So decided to bring a sick kid to a to a place filled with a bunch of people and not really considering anything. And that's probably how we got sick too. So we probably got whatever she had, maybe on top of that. So we're probably like doubly sick now. But I didn't start really getting sick until like that Monday when we were in Georgia. And I thought like, oh, you know what? If I'm sick now, by the time I get on the plane, I should be better, right? And usually that would be the case. But wherever either this girl had or whatever we got from the airport got to the point to where I wasn't better by the time we got back on the plane to go back home to Colorado. And let's just say to never, ever, whatever you do not try and fly while you're sick. But we didn't have an option. We had to go back home or, you know, stay in Georgia. And yeah, sadly though, man, it just like, you know, when we got back to Colorado and all that, Laura and I were physically and mentally just done. We were destroyed and everything like that, because even though Claire, whatever she was dealing with, and she's still kind of dealing with it, mainly it's now it's the seasonal stuff. She's just kind of a little gunky and everything like that. She's good. Claire is doing fantastic. She's not really showing any symptoms of like whatever I'm had to deal with or still am dealing with, because I'll talk about what I'm dealing with. But yeah, it was rough. And let's just say that too, that we were compromised in Georgia when it came to being sick. The place that I grew up in, you know, from what I remember, was overall a decent damn place, but not a lot of people have been taking care of it since my grandma is now in like a care facility and everything because dementia and everything like that. But whoever is somewhat supposed to be on top of taking care of that home, you know, the pretty much childhood home, yeah, didn't do a very, very, very good job at all. We got there before, you know, picking up, you know, grandma and everything like that. And let's just say I haven't seen cockroaches in a very long time. Probably like almost 20 years. I haven't seen cockroaches in almost 20 years, and that was the first time seeing them. And there were so many cockroaches inside the place that we were staying at until Wednesday. Not only that, but one of the rooms had a black mold issue. So there's two compromises right there of our immune system getting severely fucked up and being introduced to many of other things. So during the time in which we were in Georgia, one, exposed to black mold, two, surrounded in an environment in which cockroaches thrive, which was not good. So yes, we didn't sleep until we at least cleaned out and, well, at least cleaned and managed the main areas in which we were pretty much staying in and sleeping in and stuff like that. So it was not a very relaxing trip either. It was bad. I think we were all happy when we got back to Colorado, but at the same time, I could not enjoy the feeling of being back into Colorado, because literally the day after I woke up, I felt like death. Now, you guys know, every passing of the season and everything like that, I'm usually out like a day to maybe at most a week, depending on what hits me, and it's usually seasonal stuff. I'm a person that doesn't get sick a lot. You know, I have either pretty good immune system, or you know, I don't really get exposed to a good amount of like flus and colds and all that, you know, not too much. But every once, you know, I think 2 maybe 3 times a year, it's usually sinuses. Excuse me, I'm still dealing with stuff. I don't even know why my nose is starting to, probably because I'm talking. Since I'm talking, my nose is wanting to stuff up now. But, you know, every time, you know, either a flu season comes in or the changing of the seasons itself starts to happen, my sinuses just start trying to kill me. My own sinuses start trying to kill me. And it's usually, you know, coughing. Coughing is usually the main benefactor of why I have it. And the reason why I cough more than others is because I have a postnasal drip syndrome. So that constantly irritates the, you know, my throat in some form or fashion. So I have to cough. It's almost like a chronic condition now. And there have been no medicines that have improved that condition of mine. So I think I'm pretty much gonna die with this stupid cough, which I don't know, at this point I'm okay with because I've dealt with it for years now. But because I've thought it was chronic tuberculosis for a while. But the postnasal syndrome kind of makes more sense. So we got that. When I hear Freya being a naughty girl outside, so I'm gonna have to bring her in after this video. But yeah, she's distracting me too, sorry. But yeah, I've been trying to recover ever since I got back. My symptoms were, of course, coughing, enormous amount of head pressure and everything like that, because during the second plane trip, my ears started to pop a little bit irregularly. It popped a lot more than the first plane trip or any other plane trips I've ever been on. I've been on probably a couple hundred, if not like 1,000 planes in my lifetime. And let's just say that last plane trip going back home was very painful, very stressful. It was not good. And I think, if anything, my ears got a little damaged because of that. But I can't really hear too well out of my left ear now. It almost feels like, you know, there's a massive amount of either earwax, a phantom ghost is cupping their hand around my left ear. Like I can still, like, if I completely plug up my right ear, I can still hear out of that ear, but it almost sounds like I'm trying to listen through like a drywall or a case scenario where I can hear things, I can hear detailed things in some form or fashion, but it's muffled, slightly muted, and everything like that. Literally yesterday, I'm starting to get a kind of like a slight high frequency pitch to where it might be a sign that my ear is finally starting to repair itself in some form. But yeah, it's doing that. I think the reason why going off topic, I think the reason why Ray is barking is she's wanting to get back inside. It's like, you're gonna have to wait. But I will try and wrap up this video so it won't be too long. But yeah, Dealing with huge amounts of head pressure, of course the coughing, because whatever we got, probably the flu. We probably got the flu. But if we didn't have to fly on a plane, I probably would have recovered probably that week during the time we took the plane. But anytime you fly while you're sick, it will prolong, even escalate things depending on what you have. And if it's a flu of any kind, if it deals with anything like sinuses, head pressure, and shit like that, you could probably get severe damage, which I really hope I don't have, like permanent severe damage on the left side of like my left ear, because I want to hear again. I hate the feeling of being able to hear normally out of my right ear, but it feels like someone stuck their fucking thumb in my left ear, and I can't do anything about it. I've taken we got a new earwax removal kit. I tried that first, did 2 rounds in each ear, and ears are clean, ears are good. So it's not earwax buildup, so that is not the case. So we did a round, and I'm before I start the stream today too, I'll be doing another round of ear medicine, to where it's supposed to be for like irritation, ailments of any kind when it comes to the ear itself. You drop like 5 droplets in your ear, let that sit in there for like 2 minutes, and then get back to whatever you're doing afterwards. You can do that for like once or 2 times a day. So I'm doing that right now. But as of right now, and until probably during a stream, I'll probably hopefully get my hearing back. But I'm giving myself a deadline to where if I can't still hear out of my left ear by Friday, we're going to a nose, ear, and throat doctor to get it checked out and see if they can like figure out what's going on. We'll probably go through the lead up of what happened, and mainly just I was sick, I had to go on the plane, and it got worse. So there's that. But yeah, the head pressure's pretty much gone. There's still slight pressure on the left side, and I have a feeling this because of like, I don't know if it's decompartment syndrome or a form of that, to where I haven't really decompartmentalized. The dog barking is really getting a little stupid here. But I don't know if it's because I wasn't able to decompress completely and correctly, but let's just say it sucks. It really sucks. Like, overall, I feel totally okay now. It's just my left ear is really bothering me. I still have a little bit of the cough, of course. Fluids and all that is still being broken down and everything. So right now, overall, it just feels like I'm just dealing with sinus stuff. So if I'm just dealing with sinus stuff, then perfectly okay. I'm taking ibuprofen every 6 hours, so that way like the back of my head doesn't feel too bad because of the whole like whatever the fuck's going on in my left ear. And man, yeah, not to mention that I'm just really hoping hopefully this week I'm back to hopefully at least 90%. Mainly 90%, because it takes a while to kind of just deal with sinus stuff. You don't get better from sinus stuff. You just let it do its thing, and hopefully it goes away at some point. for those who don't have to deal with sinus problems or anything like that, congratulations. You have a very fucking good life. But, yeah. I just wanted to update you guys on that. The streams are going to be starting today. I'll probably be streaming in about an hour or two once I get Freya back in the fucking house, because she is starting to piss me off. But yeah, let's just say the game that will be starting this week is Astro's Playroom, because we acquired Astrobot. And so naturally Astro's Playroom is going to go right into Astrobot. We'll probably start Astrobot tomorrow. So we'll be pretty much doing a one seating of Astro's Playroom, since that's about 3 to 4 hours long. It's not a super long game. For those who don't know, it is the game that you get for free for having a PS5. If for some reason you've never played it, and you're wondering if Astrobot is going to be a game you want to play Astro's Playroom first, and then, you know, if for some reason you didn't enjoy Astro's Playroom, you probably won't like Astrobot. So yeah, not only that, but we've also acquired Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. We're going to be continuing our adventure with Titus, and so that will eventually come into play. I'm kind of delaying Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 because I kind of want to get my hearing back on my left side, because I don't want to be playing the game missing like half of the audio information. So like Astrobot can get away with that, but a shooter of all kinds, I kind of want to have both my ears. So unless I play the game like monotone. So I don't know. But yeah, either way, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll see you guys in the stream, and as always, enjoy yourself.